Hello everyone and welcome back to the Brentford Hive. Today we are looking at the best players to target for Game Week 11 in every position. Let's jump into the video. So starting off with goalkeepers, I'm looking at a premium, a mid-price and also a budget player. So for the goalkeepers, my premium player is Andre Onana. I like the look of United short term. They have got a new manager bounce coming in and they've kept more clean sheets than Arsenal this season. He's 0.6 cheaper than David Raya, who I currently own. And on a wildcard, I might look to downgrade him to Andre Onana. If, though, Onana is a bit too expensive for you, look at the next goalkeeper I have, my mid-price player, Matt Sells. Nottingham Forest defence has been really good this season, and Sells is a great way into that. He's very cheap. All of Nottingham Forest starting defenders are, but as a goalkeeper, he will get save points. He actually got assist points as well a couple of game weeks ago, so something to watch out for. As for my budget player, Lucas Fabianski, I own him as my 4.0. He did actually start in Game Week 9. I'm not sure if that's something we can hope for long term, and even if it is, West Ham's defence is pretty dreadful. But if you already own him, and you maybe own a Raya or someone who you're not too confident in, potentially starting Lucas Fabianski is now an option. Looking at the defence, though, we do have two Liverpool players in my premium, budget and mid-price section. The premium one is Virgil van Dijk. He is currently the highest scoring defender in the game this season. So many of us own or have owned Trent in this season, yet none of us have really considered Virgil van Dijk, yet he's the highest scoring player in the game in the defensive role. Is it someone to consider? Potentially, but I actually prefer the next player I'm going to mention, Ibrahim Konate. He's cheaper than Van Dijk. He's obviously a lot cheaper than Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he has a lot of potential. He's only, I think, 6 points less than Virgil van Dijk this season, and a lot of those would have come in the Ipswich game. So I actually don't mind Ibrahim Konate. It's something that I'm low-key considering for my own team. The final one, the budget player, Vitaly Mykolenko. Technically, he's sort of in that mid-priced area, but he is 4.3 right now because he did have a couple of price drops. Again, I don't mind Everton short-term defensively. I don't particularly love them, but if you're someone who already owns him, not bad. If you're on a wild card, not bad, because he is someone that you could potentially rotate from your bench and start, and they do get the odd clean sheet. Moving on to the midfielders, the only premium midfielder that I would personally look to bring in this game week is Mohamed Salah. I know there's a lot of talk about Cole Palmer. I'd personally wait till game week 12. It's what I probably will do on my wildcard team. Salah this week, though, he's potentially the best captain option this week, potentially the best captain option next week. Personally, I would not take a hit to sell Haaland to bring in Salah. I think that's a bit ridiculous, but if you own them both, or if you're on a wildcard, I would look to bring in Salah if you can do it for a -4 that involves keeping Haaland. I would also probably do it. In terms of the mid-price player, Brian Mbeumo is close to 40% ownership. He's close to becoming essential for the fact that if he hauls and you don't own him, he could cause you a massive rank drop. Someone that if you don't own, honestly just get him in, please. And the final player, the budget player, Mikkel Damsgaard. I have been talking about Mikkel Damsgaard for the last 3 or 4 weeks now. He's someone who was incredibly unlucky in Game Week 9 to not get a return. Premier League later changed Wissa's second goal to a Wissa goal, not an own goal. If FPL had counted that, if the deadline hadn't shut, it would have been a Damsgaard assist. So really disappointing because he has gotten 3 assists he's gotten 4 assists in his last 3 matches now, which for a 5.0 player and an ultra differential is crazy. Keep your eye on him and someone to potentially consider bringing in as a short-term Morgan Rogers replacement who has a couple of tough fixtures coming up. The final position is forwards. The only premium forward in the game is Erling Haaland. I actually speak more about Erling Haaland in tomorrow's video where I look at the best wildcard team for Game Week 11 because there is a serious question in my mind is, do I go without Haaland? Like I said, I'll speak about that more tomorrow, but in terms of premiums to look at in the forward position, he's the only one, so I had to include him on this list. In terms of the mid-price ones, though, Matheus Cunha is someone who I love a lot. The fixtures up until Game Week 19 look absolutely brilliant. He's passing the eye test in every game, and he's almost guaranteed to get bonus points should he score or get some returns in a Wolves game. Someone to keep your eye out for. And the final player that I'm talking about in today's video, the budget forward, Cameron Archer. I don't love him. I think for the next 2 fixtures, if you own him, he is startable, but don't go out and buy him unless it's in order to finalise, unless it's in order to, get like a Haaland, Salah, Palmer, Saka team. If that means you have to start Cameron Archer, then do it, but otherwise don't. That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. Who are you looking to bring in for Game Week 11? Who are you looking to avoid? And until next time, guys, stay safe. Have a great week. Wishing everyone a green arrow for Game Week 10. Obviously, this video is going up on Saturday night, so Game Week will still very much be in play. Until next time, Hive out.